I've dealt with many people calling me, meeting me somewhere and talking, and they're struggling. Why are they struggling? Because they're still dealing with the elementary things of the faith. They're still they're dealing with, well, I hope not drugs, but maybe some of them are. But they're dealing with sin. And they're not getting free from it. A good sign of not getting free from sin is that there's a demonic presence underneath that keeps them in shackles, binding them so that they can't get out. You say, well, they're Christians. Yeah, they're Christians, but their minds have not been completely renewed. So when in that place where our minds are not renewed, that's a good place that there could be a demon hanging out. A fear of poverty, of sickness. There's all kinds of them. Curses. We can go through a list of curses in Deuteronomy 28. Sickness, poverty. You know what I mean? These are strongholds of the enemy. And one thing that comes to my mind today, I was a Christian probably the last 6 years, but after 2.5, 3 years, the Lord began to reveal to me how there was a little critter. And I'm talking a little thing. It was like the size of a G.I. Joe, about actually probably even smaller, this big. And it was making havoc in my life. This thing would come into my life every 1.5 2 years. It had some kind of legal right to come into my life every 1.5 and 2 years and destroy everything of my home. And this thing would come into my house, and all of a sudden the furniture was flying all over the place. I was like, what? Everything's being destroyed here. You see the lamps being smashed against the wall. You're seeing the carpets being ripped up. The couch is being torn apart. Everything is being destroyed in that house. And I'm like, this is happening. And then I woke up. I said, Lord, what is that? He said, there's a demon that has a legal right. It seems small, but it brings havoc and destroys your home every 1.5. And when I would look at it, that was a cycle that I was in. It was actually a cycle that I was in. I would lose a job. I would move from one place to another every 1.5. Something bad would happen in that place. I'd have to move to another. There were things like that would occur. I would bottom out financially. Something would happen every 1.5. It was just havoc. Emotional things would occur on the job, in relationships. There would be turmoil. And it wouldn't be much more than 2 years. And so a 2-year period actually was, you know what I mean? Now that I look back and that I've gotten that deliverance, I go, my goodness. It was only 2 years. Every 2 years something painful occurred. But now it's like 3-4 years have passed by, and God's blessing is still on my life, and my home has not been destroyed. You know what I mean? That's a blessing of God. And so when I actually saw that there was that little critter there, I got excited. Because now I knew there was a solution to the problem. Right? Why does God reveal stuff like that? To set you free, man. That's the reason why. He wants to set you free. He shows you the truth, and the truth, what? Sets you free. He wants to set you free. And first, and I'm going to go through some principles here this morning, because I think some of us are not getting it. And if you're newer to the faith, perhaps you don't even have that revelation yet, that there is a demonic realm and that the enemy is out there to what? Kill, steal, and to destroy. He has no intention of allowing you, a merry old life. He has no intention of giving you good days. He has no intention. And when you come to the Lord, all of a sudden those areas in your life that were cursed begin to look enhanced, because, well, He still has a way of getting at that for some reason. Until the Lord sets us free, we're not free. We're free with that one act on the cross, but then He begins to root things out of our lives. And so, you know what? I know I'm saying stuff. Everybody, some of you are going, I don't like what he's saying. I don't like it. I don't like it because Jesus died once on the cross and I was set free. Yes! But you got to interpret that in the lens of all Scripture. He renews our mind. He renews our mind. He's renewing us day by day. You know what? Job got trampled on. Remember Job? Oh, we remember Job. We like Job. You know what I mean? Job, my goodness. Job. Nobody had it as bad as Job. But look what happened to Job. Finances wiped out. Fields wiped out. Houses were wiped out. Children were wiped out. His body was plagued. He had sores all over it, just plagued. And then God comes and He sets Job right. And then everybody goes, oh, Job, he had it good after that. But do you know how long it took after that for it all to get right again? It took a lifetime for the fields to grow back, for the animals to increase. They say he had like a whole host of children again, some of the most beautiful daughters in the land. That didn't happen overnight. That had to take some time. That restoration took a little time. That one act, that one word from God at His lowest point started that thing to occur. From this point out, you will be blessed. You will be blessed. I will teach you how to be blessed. You will walk in blessing, but you're going to have to walk it out. You're going to have to do some things. You're going to have to walk it out. You have to believe. You have to walk in belief. You have to walk away from failure, walk away in the success. I don't believe I can do that. Well, you probably won't. But once God renews our mind, He all of a sudden takes what seems impossible and makes it a possibility.